Breaking news, my lovely, wonderful people. It is happening. Yes, so Mike Ozekhome carpet DSS after secret police clarification on Emefiele Bawa continuous detention. It says it ought not to be so. These guys are going against even fundamental human rights. And he made a very strong, passionate statement. It says, if by the time Presidential Election Tribunal has done their review and result is released, and if is a conditional statement, he did not say that they will remove Tinubu. If Tinubu is removed, for the few days he has stayed in office, this will be seen, he may be, held for content again, for things he has done. Because as a president, there are a lot of things that he gets off the hook because he's the president, continuous holding of the people and much more is not acceptable. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Let's get all the details. Breaking news, Ozekhome carpet DSS after secret police clarification on Emefiele Bawa's continuous detention. Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Chief Mike Ozekhome, has described the continuous detention of the suspended governor of Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, Godwin Emefiele, and the embittered chairman of the Economic Financial Crime Commission, EFCC, by the Department of State Services, DSS, as shameful, disgusting, and illegal. Recall that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu had on June the 9th suspended CBN governor from office, paving the way for investigation into his tenure as the apex financial institution. The next day, he was arrested by DSS operatives at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos State, and is still being detained by the secret police since then. West Nigeria, however, reported that the Federal Capital Territory High Court sitting in Matama, Abuja, had on July the 13th given the DSS 7 days to charge the suspended Emefiele to court or release him from detention. The following day, DSS charged him with illegal possession of firearm, though he was eventually granted 20 million naira bail, which was subject to perfection of certain conditions. He was rearrested by the secret police at the court premises, drawing angry reaction from Nigerian Bar Association, among others. The federal government, under whose preview DSS operators had also filed fresh charges against Emefiele. Also, Abdulrashid Bawa was detained by the DSS on June the 14th, 2023, and for him, no charges have been filed yet, despite his continuous detention. According to the law, he was only supposed to be there 14 days. If not, you charge him to court. However, this has not happened. Many had gone to town with stories of DSS fragmented stories here and there, but they are disobedient to court order, especially in view of the last episode at the Federal High Court in Lagos and Abuja, with what played out on the court on 27th July 2023 under Justice Opara and Service Immediate applied for to obtain a detention order for the magistrate court. So Emefiele is illegally detained for reasons that Emefiele's case is subjective. The service will are restrained from making further commitment on the subject matter. If anything happens with the Presidential Election Tribunal and this administration happens not to be in power anymore, remember, if said Tinubu will be held and DSS will be dealt with accordingly. So what does that tell you? It tells you that because Tinubu is in power, because Tinubu is the one there, so many things are allowed to slide. They are just going down the carpet and nobody really is speaking. We're not saying these guys have done well, or don't get me wrong. We're not saying, DSS has done well, or, Emefiele have done well. But we are saying fundamental human rights, which we don't obey. Remember the time that they held Omoyele Sowore when Donald Trump was the president of Nigeria? Remember that time? What was his statement? When Donald Trump, Omoyele Sowore's wife had to go to White House and all that. And Donald Trump had to intervene in the matter, saying in Nigeria, is there no rule of law? The court has said, release this man. Yet, I repeat, with the emphasis on yet, the man remains in custody. So Donald Trump, all things being equal, I'm not talking about his own personal life. I'm just, talking about what has happened. Then Donald Trump, who was the president at that time, had to come out and say, what's going on in Nigeria? Is he a state of kangaroos and baboons, that there is no regard for the rule of law? Because we are operating on a kind of an American style of leadership where, where we have that we have the legislative arms, and we have the judiciary arm. The judiciary arm of government happens to be the judges, the lawyers, whose words should be obeyed. It doesn't matter if you are the president, if you are held in contempt, you will be dealt with according to the full route of the law. However, in Nigeria, nobody regards these people. They do as they should do, as they choose, as they please. And it just is also rampant. It's all over the place, and it's so messy, to be quite candid. That's what Mike is talking about. It is wrong. Tinubu has personal issues with Emefiele. Yes, Emefiele has done what he shouldn't have done, but follow law and order, follow the right proceedings. So at the end of the day, you will not be found, having personal interest. Even if you have, why not follow due process? It was in this country that elders from Igbo land went to meet Buhari and said, please, release Nnamdi Kanu. In this country, they went to him, release him to us, to make sure that this, that. Buhari said, my hands are tied. I can do nothing unless the court. Then the court went ahead. In this country, the court went ahead and said, okay, the guy has been cleared of so and so charges. As we speak, Buhari has left the position. Tinubu has come in. Nnamdi Kanu is still in court. So let's call a spade a spade. Who is deceiving who? Let's call a spade a spade. Who is deceiving who? So you can see for yourself that unless you begin to tell yourself the truth, you'll be lying to yourself. Okay? So this country, there are all kinds of lies and, things situated out there. God bless. Have a fantastic day. Leave us a comment. Don't forget to like us, share, subscribe. Bye for now.